Hopefully you can hear me. Let's make sure that always the microphone. Not sure why the issue. It's like I have to go out and come back in. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can. And as always, you can be entered for our drawing tonight just by saying hey and liking this video. I know some of you that I talked to before tonight said you couldn't wait to hear how the trip to Mexico went. Hopefully you can hear me. And it was wonderful. I've been a Creative Memories advisor for 25 years. I loved going to the annual conventions in Minneapolis every summer. But we've only had one convention with the new Creative Memories, and it's been, oh goodness, I think 4 years since we've had one. So the incentive trip was wonderful, and I had a great time hanging with my friend Trish. So Trish used to be an advisor in the U.S. and she moved to Canada. She was #1 in sales for Canada. So super proud of Trish, and got to hang out with some other Florida advisors and advisors from all over. So about 150 people earned the incentive trip, and it was hard to turn off my brain. Had to ship these card kits out before I flew off, but it was a great time to kind of recharge and take beautiful pictures of a beautiful ocean. And those advisors that are watching tonight, I hope that you join me in Jamaica next year. That would be super fun. Always fun to have your scrappy friends with you wherever you go. It's more fun with your scrappy friends. And it was a good thing it was an all-inclusive resort, because on Wednesday, the day before I left, I got a text from my bank account that wondered if the charge for the high-speed rail in Taiwan was in fact me, or if perhaps somebody had gotten a hold of my card. And since I was not in Taiwan, it was definitely not me. So they shut down my card the day before I left for Cancun. And so I brought some cash with me and a different card as a backup just in case. And off I went, and made it back, and the new card arrived today. I was so worried because I needed to order Monday, so I had to use backup card. That's just going to make taxes a little more exciting for me. I like to keep things all in one place, keep track of myself. All right, well, card kit tonight. We've got some announcements, and let's see. Okay, good. Our announcements. The last call for Lakeland. I hope that you are joining us, and nearly 30 of you are. And some of you have, graduations and things and aren't able to join us. So, if you have been watching the Memory Maniacs and you thought, this group looks fun, they look like my kind of people, then I would say just jump on this retreat. The hotel is amazing. It's an old historic hotel that has been redone as a Hilton boutique hotel. It's called the Terrace Hotel, Lakeland. The beds are so comfy. It's very nice. It is not a off the highway kind of stay one night and continue your road trip kind of a hotel. It's beautiful, and it's right there on Lake Mirror. And we are gonna walk to see the swans at sunset and sunrise. So you early birds and you night owls will have an opportunity to see the swans, and they are amazing. They were a gift from the Queen of England a long time ago to the city of Lakeland, and this time of year there's little baby swans, and it's great. So anyway, hopefully I've talked you in, if you haven't signed up already, to join us in Lakeland. Like I said, a couple spots left. The room block closes this weekend, so want to make sure that everyone has their rooms. So that's why this is the last opportunity for you to hop on to this retreat. And since my retreats usually fill up, this is a great opportunity if you've been thinking about joining us to come on down. It's going to be a great time. And Secret Box, super excited. They have arrived. Those of you that pre-ordered the Secret Box, it sold out in a couple days, as they have been doing, but Creative Memories ordered some more. They will have more in May. Maybe we'll have them in time for Lakeland, I'm not sure. But if you order them, the official opening day for Creative Memories is next Friday, May 9th, and we will be at Go Gray. So those of you that ordered the box that will be at Go Gray, we will open them together. And since it won't be a secret, it doesn't have to be a super secret box opening. Sometimes we do that and we have to hide in the bathroom as a group and open them. But we will open them and everyone can see what's inside, and then you can let me know if you want me to order you one when they come back available. And we still have some spots for Go Gray in May. So if you are planning to attend, then make sure that you are registered. If you have any trouble registering, or if you get confused, because it looks a little different than the way you normally register, because you're actually registering on cannonballs.org. So you're not registering on my website. And so you can be sure that all the money from the registration is going directly to the foundation, because that is where you are signing up. They have the money right from the get-go. So I appreciate all of you that have already signed up. And if you have any questions, the registration is there so that you can check to see if you have a spot. It'll let you know if you've got a half table, a full table. So get yourself registered. It's going to be a great time. It always is. Oh, and I should also mention, Kirsten and I will be doing cannonballs again. So, and we usually have a little visual for those of you that donate for the cannonball. But those of you that are unable to attend, maybe you normally attend and you can't attend. Maybe you live too far away to attend and you would still like to donate. There is an item at cannonballs.org. When you click to register for Go Gray in May, it will take you to the store and you can purchase a cannonball. So Kirsten and I will do cannonballs again. We will give you a shout out on Facebook Live and do a cannonball in your honor. Yep. We get in bathing suits and go on Facebook Live. That is the real... it's not the cannonball that's hard. It's that. Okay, so project recipe next Tuesday, May 6th, 7 p.m. And that is the project recipe. And you know what? That just reminded me, I have so much to do. I had so much to do before I went to Mexico. And you ever go away and you feel like that was just the worst time to go away. I have so much to do. Well, I have added a June crop in town in Port Orange at the end of June, and it's going to be a road trip theme to go along with our new collection. And so stay tuned for that. It's going to be the last weekend in June. So just a couple months from now. So long after we retreat to Lakeland. So the 27th and 28th, we will be at the VFW in Port Orange. and we will have our road trip theme. Actually, be Route 66. So we're going to travel Route 66 throughout the course of the crop between noon on Friday until we finish on Saturday. So yeah, so it's going to be fun. I'm excited for that. And then we've got our scrapbook club coming up next week, next Thursday, May 8th at 6:30 in Port Orange. Just $10 if you just want to get the one page. If you bought out the whole year, then you will get your kit there. And if you have any stockpiled from the previous quarter or since the last time I saw you, you can pick them all up. And then in 2 weeks, we've got tool time. And we are going to play with the new punches that are part of the new collection, getting ready for June. And then we've got a Techie Tuesday, then in May, and then Helen, Georgia. Super excited for this one in July. And then many thanks if you have subscribed to me on YouTube. I appreciate that. Our numbers are getting a little higher, and that's great. That means we're reaching more people. So I appreciate if you have subscribed, and those of you that get the card kits, if you're watching this later and you didn't join us live, then you're glad that I have a YouTube channel so you can follow along and do your cards. Although a lot of you just wing it. Alrighty, so these are beautiful cards. Get the mouse out of the way there. And don't forget to say hey. And I see that many of you have. So these are all of our cards. Now, my mom doesn't ever do the cards live. She will probably be working on these at Go Gray. And I was going to use this last year, the Here For You. And then I forget what happened in the design part, but I ended up using something else. And maybe you remember, but she saw it in the picture and she was like, well, where's the Here For You? And I said, oh, I decided to switch it up, but I had already taken the picture. And she was like, well, I need the Here For You. And so, Mom, this one's for you. We have the Here For You finally made it to the card class. All right. I cannot for the life of me remember what this embellishment kit was called. It was a spring kit. This year's is Springtime Soiree, so it wasn't this year's, but I'm pretty sure it was last year's. And it's gorgeous. Would you not agree? I try to, mix it up. None of my card kits look the same, for better or worse. But I really like this one. And so this one's going to kind of be a two-part because there were so many embellishments. And in the past, if there's like a few more embellishments than we need for the class, then I just, throw in the whole embellishment pack. But there were so many embellishments in this pack that I thought, you know what? I grouped them up how I do, and I laid them all out, and I said, this is going to be 2 card kits. Just so many. So I'm looking forward to that. So this tonight, let's see, we have butterflies and bees, really. We got 2 cards with butterflies, and again, I was like, they're very different cards, but I'm sure you have a couple people in your life that enjoy butterflies. And then we've got bees, and we've even got a ladybug, and then it's cherry blossom time. Things are blooming, and so I really liked this one too. So anyway, enough about the designs. Oh, and I should mention that if you like these designs and you missed out, you didn't, you can still order on my website, and I would love to ship them to you. So feel free to order at DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com, and I will ship them right over to you. I'm just looking around. Usually I forget tape runner. I have a fleet of tape runners just ready to go, and I have other things as well. So I think I'm in good shape. I don't think I'm gonna have to jump up out of my seat. So the first thing you're gonna do is take off from this purple kit or purple base, just pick up, and then our next kit is gonna be the ladybugs, or the next card. So you can kind of push that over to the side. Whoop. Spin that around. Now, I can see already on this card, I had these triangles that were this marble, but on the what I have in front of me, because it's just random, it's the opposite. So yours may look like this, or it may look like the one I'm making, because obviously I cut these full sheets, and then we got 2 and 2. So let's go ahead and put our sheet on the inside. That is for your sentiment. So that's going to go on the inside. And I did it, you know, with a decent amount of shimmer showing, because this paper is so gorgeous that I really wanted to make sure that, you know, it's highlighted there. So that's just some regular copy paper. Don't use the cardstock, because that is going to go on the front, and that is sized differently. So that's the next piece that's going to go on, and we're going to go ahead and put that on. So go ahead and center that on your base. And I just love the shimmer. I don't know, I'm really into the shimmer. I hope you guys like the shimmer. I think the shimmer is beautiful. Now, those of you that quilt, you're going to be okay with this. But I would start with the up and down, and then you can go ahead and add these in on the side. So there's going to be a little bit of white space in between. And so I'm going to kind of lay them out, and then I'm going to go back and stick them down. So that is how it's going. You can see it's opposite of my sample, but I just love the way these colors worked together. And I'm just obsessed with the shimmer paper right now. So I used a darker purple shimmer paper and the lighter color, just shimmer on shimmer. And, you know, I do try to, you know, not to say that a man in your life would not enjoy this card, because I'm not saying that, but I don't know, sometimes I feel like when I'm designing, I'm like, oh, I guess we're probably due for a masculine set of cards. But then I was thinking, I was like, you know, women, like, as far as like homemade cards, we probably send a lot of our cards to women, and it's just beautiful. Men like beautiful cards too. So you just want to have a little bit of white space in there. And then you need to decide where the sentiment's going. Now, I did pop one of these bees. It's hard to tell when I'm, can you even see it? When I'm on Facebook Live, because everything kind of looks flat. But everything is flat to this card except for this one little bee. So you're going to have plenty foam squares. And I like to kind of play around with the spacing before I commit to anything. I'm going to cover up this center part where all the little pieces come together with the wings. To me, that's just super busy. And so maybe you want to cover it with a bee instead, or maybe you want to cover it with the sentiment. So this is where, you know, if you decide you want to switch things up, not do it the way I'm doing it, that is 100% fine by me. Because unless you mail me the card, I'm not going to see it. Just kidding. So I don't want it necessarily in this, like, I want the wings, but see how it, like, the flower itself is a little off center, so I kind of like that. And then I think I'm just going to leave this. Oh, you'll see it says Hello Spring on the back. You know me, I'm not going to let a good white title block go to waste. When I do these embellishment kits for this purpose, let me move this down a little bit. I'm often like, why cut a piece of cardstock when I can use the back of it, the back of an existing one. So I'm kind of over here, and now I will add some and you know, some of you don't like the foam squares. If you don't use the foam squares, you just bring them on back to me. I'm off. I enjoy using the foam squares. So I'm going to use this bee right up here. He's kind of framing, thinking of you and hoping you're feeling better soon. Hopefully everyone is feeling a little better, because for a minute there, it just felt like everyone was under the weather. I felt like I had a lot of people on my prayer list. Now this is the only card that doesn't have any gemstones. Fun fact. All the rest of them have gemstones, but when we're done, if you can find a place for these are some big gemstones. So if you're worried about the foam being too thick, just wait till you put those babies on there. So that is our first card, done and dusted. And our next card is this cute little mini thanks. And this has 3 of our little red gemstones, and of course you might decide to add them somewhere else. We do have 4, so other possibilities maybe would be on here, but I always like to kind of make a triangle around the sort of centerpiece of the card, and that really draws attention to the cute little ladybug. So I think I have my bone folder handy. That's another thing that I always seem to forget to grab and have near me. And so this one's super simple as far as background goes. And again, when I'm designing these, it is a little hard to back in sometimes to like use these kinds of things, right? To use these tags, and by use I mean find sentiments that fit on here, or like this one, to go through my entire stock of stamps and find a stamp that will fit on the Hello Spring. So this, you've got 3 of these little wood grain pieces. What's on the back? It's got this. So if you wanted to use that instead, it might be a little bit, I mean, the leaves are lighter. You could do it. I really like all things wood grain. They may or may not match. It doesn't matter if they're the same, you know, from the same piece of wood. So arrange them so that there is equal distance on the side and bottom and in between these 2, and then from the top. So you're going to have a larger white space like that in the middle, and that is where the tag and the little brown piece of cardstock are going. So we're gonna add those on there. I probably should be using repositionable. Repositionable tape is a great tool for card making, because if you have to move things, that's why it made me think of it, because as soon as I put that one down, I thought, oh, I think I need to move that. So that's going to go like that. And to kind of make it pop, we're going to put it through the side. Now you notice it's not big enough. We're actually going to tear this And we're gonna do like this. Now, I actually folded it around the side and around the middle. So, because I really wanted it to carry through. And you notice when I tore it that I did not pay attention to where I was doing that. And that's okay. So I'm going to add some tape right by the little hole. And then I'm going to stick that through. Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but I already have my Go Gray nails on. All right, so now they're equal like that, and the same amount is going to wrap around. And I'm going to add back on some more tape so that it's nice and covered. And I'm going to make sure that I don't close my card shut with that. So I'm going to just add some tape. I'm going to fold this one over. And again, you could just cut it flush. If that, oh, this, I feel like this is the thing that's going to get people. The ladies that do the cards without watching the video, because they're going to come up to me at a crop and they're going to say, my brown piece of cardstock isn't long enough. And I'm going to say, well, that is true. But if you had watched, if you had joined us live, you would have seen. All right, so again, I like to kind of lay it out before I commit, and I'm going to do it just like I did on the sample. So I've got the small one kind of tucking behind. I'm going to add some tape there. And I think I'm going to move this down. There's a lot of space between my many thanks. I don't want all that space. That makes me feel better. And then we're going to add this one. Oh, you know what? I popped this one up. It's all right that it's preloaded, and you can leave it flat if you want, but I am going to pop this one up just because those big gemstones are going to be going around it, and they're pretty hefty. Little ladybug. Oh, hi Deb. Thinking of you today. Glad you're joining us. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Hopefully we do. And all right. There is our many thanks card with a ladybug. Super cute. Like it. Whoops. Let me make sure that we are collecting comments here. Our next card is going to be this With Love card, and okay. We are good. Just had to make sure. All right. With Love. All right, we're going to use the purple gems on this one, and we've got our butterfly. Now this one I did end up cutting off, but you could also fold that one around. And so this one is a little asymmetrical, and I just love the shimmer. More shimmer, different color shimmer. So this one is going to go in the center of your standard base. So just a standard A2 base. Oh, I'm so sorry, Deb. I'm glad you're here with us tonight, for sure. We're going to add on this green speckle. I'm doing it flush to the side of this page. And then I'm going to add the with love. So you can decide how far over you want to go. I want to leave a decent amount of this speckle paper, and it kind of like even amounts on the side. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the tape, and I'm going to wrap this one. So I cut off on my sample, but I'm going to wrap this one. So if you're wrapping, you don't want to leave too little, because then it's going to want to pull away from the back. Oh, thanks, Deb. So I'm going to load up the back, and then I'm going to use my bone folder to really crease that. I decided I wanted to wrap it because I feel like it helps it like spring load. extra cardstock there. All right, so that is the with love, and then I lined up this stem with where those two papers come together. So there's no harsh line right there, and I did leave it flat to you know, I didn't pop it up, but I did pop up this pretty butterfly. So I'm going to do a big one and two littles. All right. And we're going to position this butterfly so that it's on the seam headed toward the with love, so it covers up that other seam there. And then we've got plenty of room for these gemstones, and I'm going to do one like that and one over here and one up here like that. And of course you can, you know, do your gemstones however you like. That's just the way I did it. Now I want to move it over, but these things are not forgiving. That's it. I bet you can think of someone that you want to send this to. And we are 3 cards into our 5, and as a reminder, if you're hanging out with us tonight, go ahead and let us know and say hey to us, and you will be entered to win some CM credits so you can use off your next order, which I should say that new stuff came out, and it's the Craft Happy collection. So for all crafts, there's sewing stickers and knitting stickers and sewing machines and quilting and all different things. And the embellishments are vellum. And real talk here, everyone, Creative Memories has had, I can't think of the last time they had rub-ons, kind of recently. And I was just against it. I was like, I can't give a rub-on away, like old ones that people donate. And I, in Cancun, got to experience the Creative Memories rub-ons. So just when I thought something like a rub-on could not be improved upon, it's true. Like a lot of things, Creative Memories, just the rub-ons are amazing. You literally can put it on with your finger. That's how it is. I've never seen anything like it. So I ordered them. They just came out yesterday, and after seeing them, because the rub-ons are like stitches, and oh, that was a mess. Let's try that again. I am going to incorporate them into a card kit. Upcoming. Maybe not next month. They're going to be here next week, but they will. So then you will also get to experience them. I'm telling you, I was like, no, I'm not even going to tell people that Creative Memories sells rub-ons. Feels like we're going backwards, but we're not. These are amazing. Okay. So I'm just chatting. I added the peach shimmer background. Again, shimmer all the time. That's my new way. So shimmery. Now this one I also wrapped. I wrapped that tree. I could not bring myself to cutting it. So I'm gonna wrap it around. And then we're just gonna add that on. So I'm gonna load it up. There's no foam squares. It's not lifted at all. I'm gonna overlap at the bottom here, come kind of close out to the edge. Now your wood pattern may be different, and you know me, I'm a sucker for wood on paper. Shimmer and wood. That's my new jam. I'm gonna crease that on there, and then I'm gonna kind of tuck this. I'm gonna add my tape, and then I'm gonna kind of tuck this under. And then it just kind of is laying over the top. Now, of course, you might find somewhere different you want to put this. But again, I know these, a lot of these cards seem, like thinking of you, here for you. I think that's because I just there's been a lot of people with things going on. And so I don't know. I always think, well, what cards do I need to send? And then I say, I think we should make those. You've got some stickied, preloaded pearls to add. And I didn't add one in this top corner on the sample, and I still can't decide if I don't include it, if it'll look like it's missing. Like, does it look like it's missing, or does it not need it? I can't decide. So I think I'm gonna do. I'll do this one with it. And now that I've committed to their position, no, see, that looks a little. It looks a little squishy up there. Now that I've committed, I want to uncommit here. Oh, now they're sticky. I doubt whoever receives this is going to say, I wish you didn't put that pearl there. All right, maybe I'll put the fourth one up here. I don't know. What's your opinion? Are you putting 3 or are you putting 4? I would love to know. Now I just feel like it's not even with this one. I think because if I make it even, it's going to touch the leaf. All right, I'm just going with it, and I'm not going to worry about it. So I've been thinking about you, and I'm not going to lie, the song got stuck in my head, and now that I keep saying it, I hear the song too. Do you hear the song? I've been thinking about you. Come on, I know you do. I can't think of who sings it. Do you? You like 4? Okay, thanks, Cindy. All right. Bonus points. It's probably going to be Stacy if she's still on that knows who sings that song. And I'm sorry if it's going to be in your head all night. And I'm not going to try to sing it. Okay, last card. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could have put it a little lower. See, that is a benefit if you're like just a little bit behind me. Because, you know, sometimes I'm like, whoops, I forgot to do that. Sometimes you can learn by just being like 10 seconds behind me. Okay, so I think it was the fall that I did this. It was on the one, I think Croptoberfest, where I used the custom cutting system to kind of cut a circle, not all the way through, but like that. And I really liked the effect. And oh, I'm gonna grab my vellum. Not that I need to, because it's going to be covered by this paper. So and then by the flower. But I want to show you how. Okay, this is kind of along the line of the rub-on. Remember when you were like, no, I give up. No company can do a rub-on. They're just ridiculous. I'm not ever doing them. That was me. Well, the same thing was true with vellum. I honestly just didn't, I thought, no, the vellum is supposed to be for vellum, and it's supposed to be, like invisible, but no, vellum tape actually is. Okay, well, you see where the tape is. Now, there is some blotches in the paper, but that's in the printing of the paper. You could see from the shadow where that vellum tape is. Can you see it? No, you cannot. And so I had people that stayed away from purchasing the vellum because they were like, no, there's no adhesive that you can use with it. And so if you didn't get to play with it in November, now you saw it right here on Facebook Live. Now, I did not cut this as deep as I wanted to, and I apologize if you also have one that isn't cut deep enough. So I am just going to do a little surgery and snip this a tad bit deeper. And that vellum paper is so thick. But I want to be able to get it equidistant. I might have gone a little bit too far. But this paper, this is from some, it was like some summer paper. But again, I love the way I can take CM paper and just the colors, the feel of it, they just work together no matter what. I love it. So this was like from a summer thing a couple years ago. And here it is working. And this vellum was from the fall vellum pack. I think that sold out. There's a paper buffet sale thing happening right now at Creative Memories, and I ordered some vellum because I love almost not as much as using the shimmer, but almost as much as using the shimmer. I love the shimmer. I love the vellum. It just has such a cool, different, texture to it and look to it. Different than just your regular old cardstock. I did not pop this one up. I'm not going to stick it down yet because I may. Now I'm going to line up the here for you right about here. I'm kind of lining it up with the line of the paper that goes underneath that you can barely see. And then I will definitely pop up this beautiful butterfly. And the body of the butterfly almost looks like a woman. I mean, it's just so beautiful. So let me stick that down. I guess I decided that I'm going to keep it flat. My mom's here for you. She can finally send that to someone. She's going to say, well, I needed it last year. All right. And then I used the yellow on this. So you can see that you're going to have a lot of gemstones left over. You can use them for other projects. Or you can circle back and use them on this if you really want to bling things up. And I think I was pretty heavy on the foam square usage when I did use them. And so I have plenty left over, as I'm sure you have lots of foam squares in your life too. One of the benefits of card class subscription now, I might try to cover my little snips, but I don't think I am. Well, I might. Okay, was I just off the screen? I really was getting into this card. So a lot of this card is happening down in this corner, and I like it. I really want to just go off the screen apparently today. Okay, so that is it. We are done. Can you believe it? And we have 5 beautiful cards, if I do say so myself. I really don't have much to do with it. I mean, except for the, putting the things together. But it's, Creative Memories makes it so easy. With all of these pretty embellishments. So, looking forward to the next round. Let's see, May. I might do the part 2 for May before we get too into summer. All right, well, I think it's time for us to do our drawings here. I'm going to make sure that I'm ready to go over here and make this bigger. All right. So, what's happening? Oh, can I not do that? Well, all right. Here goes nothing. I'm you know me, I'm determined to be able to for the winner. Anita, chime in. Let us know that you saw and heard that you were the winner. I don't think you jumped off. I think you're still on. But let us know. Yay! Congratulations, Anita. I am so thankful that you are all here with me live to make these cards, and I'm so glad that you enjoyed them. It seems like everyone enjoyed making them, and I appreciate your feedback on that. Let's see, lots of big things coming up for me. We've got graduations from North Florida this weekend, and the track meets are winding down, and then we've got Go Gray in May, and conference track and regionals, and then Lakeland. So 2 things you need to do is join us for Go Gray in May, and if you are going to join us, I would love for you to sponsor a cannonball. Make me and Kirsten do cannonballs at the Port Orange Y. And if you're not able to join us, we would be so thankful if you would donate to have us do a cannonball. That donation is $100. We always have like a one special donation that is that $100. And our goal is to get 10 of those every event, because that is a grant that will help a family in need. Kirsten works with social workers. They reach out to her, families that are affected by brain cancer, and then she gives these grants to families. So we would love for you to help us reach that grant level for a family, and I hope to see you all in person at Go Gray or on Facebook Live while we're doing cannonballs later in May. So you will have some time to do that if you would like to. So thank you all for being on here tonight. Always love spending my Tuesday evenings with you. I'm sorry that I missed you last week. Just too much to get ready before I went off to Mexico, and I was a little overwhelmed. So appreciate your patience with me. Congratulations, Anita. Let me know if you need some tape runner or whatnot, and I will see you all again very soon. Until I see you again, stay scrappy, my friends. Bye-bye.